just wanted to address a couple of things that just came up on the panel. You know, we were talking about how there's various different people's opinions that the sport's not really that accessible to people from the outside, and that it's difficult to explain, and that right now people are not that interested in it. You know, the second year that we did Freestyle to Music, I just wanted to give you guys some statistics just because I've been involved in the Wind Games for a long time. And the second time we did Wind Games to Music, on the third day after the Wind Games, we were contacted by Reuters, the international news agency, to tell us that we were in the top 25 news stories in the world. We had 500 million people who had interacted on social media, and the athletes that had been involved in that Wind Games were picked up by sponsors outside of the sport. Samsung, the international face of tourism for Singapore, Google. So these are sponsors outside the sport, but one small tunnel can't drag the industry forward. So you can't expect anybody to understand your sport if you only have one event a year. So here we have a lot of manufacturers who are people who are invested. We've got technology owners. If one small tunnel can make this difference, if all of you were also involved, perhaps we could have 6 more big competitions a year and people would start to understand our sport. So you can't just expect. Look at Paul, what he's done with the challenge. Boris did the Battle of Bottrop and did a big movement with dynamic flying with that. But we have to have investment, and we have to have people believing that this is what we can do, because look at what's happening. 500 million people watching. These athletes being picked up by outside companies. We're just generating the beginning, and it's all being done while one small tunnel. If you pick up the momentum and you take it and you run with it, we can keep this moving and we can make it grow. Television companies are interested. We have to believe they are, because they're watching. They're contacting the Wind Games. 25 in the world is amazing. So I don't like to hear people saying nobody's interested, nobody's watching. They are watching. 3 days ago, there were 250,000 people on the live stream. This is a competition live stream, 250,000 people. So we do have interest, and I would just like to ask the technologies and the operators, how are you going to help?